We're so glad you're with us for this 9:20 Eastern late tip. And again, it's a violation on the way up. Can't do it. College players don't jump. Nickel and Devin McLaughlin, who has been a revelation since transferring from Boston College. What a difference maker he has been in the SEC. There's the Michigan State transfer, A.J. Hoggard. First 2 points for Toby Lawal, the VCU transfer, averaging 13 points, 7 rebounds per game. Well, as you asked him, what are your biggest issues at this point? Tech comes in on a 4-game losing streak, 3-4 overall. Well, here's a chance in transition. Schutt banks it in. Jaden Schutt at 36%. It was a Virginia Tech team that has to get shots to fall if they're going to win. Good answer by Chris Magnon, the grad transfer from Cornell. Knocked away.
Yeah, those are the kind of self-inflicted turnovers I'm not a big fan of, and that's been an issue for Tech.
Grant Huffman.
Usually means you're not making shots.
Yeah.
So you're in transition defense a lot.
Off the bounce, MJ Collins with his first 2 points.
Yeah.
But that's because we're missing so many shots. There's so many more opportunities to grab offensive rebounds. Chase down block.
I thought that ball already hit the backboard, but nonetheless, Hokies clean up on the glass.
Here is Tanner. Quick step along the baseline, and he's got 4 quick points off the bench.
1976. Are you ready for this list?
Yep.
Shaq twice.
Okay.
Andrew DeClerc at Florida.
Yep.
And Hunter Dickinson a year ago from Kansas. Carey with his 2 fouls back on the floor for Vanderbilt.
He followed his coach from James Madison after last year's magical run. 3 ball by MJ Collins.
Team, they just shoot a lot, therefore they make a lot. But as a team, only 30% entering the game.
And you saw the stat on the screen. Virginia Tech is prone to having droughts. When you don't shoot it well, they have now gone over 3 minutes without, and the former Hokie is woofing at the Tech bench. Arrows.
Already with 10 points, he's only been in double figures.
You being an SEC guy, you're on the SEC network all the time. You do Vanderbilt games regularly, right?
Right.
I know you're an R&B guy. You ever start singing Brick House? There's a deflection by Grant Huffman, who was screened off the play. Shot clock under 5. Johnson gets it blocked from behind by Nickel. Poteat tries to clean it up, cannot. They weren't sure Tanner was going to be a good defender, and he's turned out to be an excellent defender. Huffman, meanwhile, came with that reputation. Well, they need Jaden Schutt to get going. Schutt's got a couple of threes, puts it on the deck, draws attention. Here's Poteat in the lane. Up and over Jalen Carey, who is playing with 2 fouls.
A little smash mouth hoops.
Poteat's a smart guy. He was recruited by the Ivies. He went to Rice for a couple of years. He knows what's going on out there. Back the other end, he gives up the 2 points to Jalen Carey. Hoggard into the corner. We have yet to see Jason Edwards, until now, get into the scoring column. The average is nearly 18 per game, 6th best in the SEC. He scored 23 the last time out in the win over Tennessee Tech on Friday. Bouncing back from their lone setback of the season. Poteat gets the roll. 1952-53. They are looking to snap that against a quality opponent from the SEC tonight. Recksteiner tried to go coast to coast. Magnon just seemed to be waiting for him. Coach Young said, yeah, he almost beat us last year. 19 points. He went 9 for 13 for the Eagles. Tech did prevail in that game last year, 76-71. Poteat loses it on the way up. The 2 Bens out there together, Ben Burnham, Ben Hammond. Well, that's a good look coming out of the break. Hammond's pass read beautifully by Huffman. And he's going to go end-to-end for 2.
There's that disruptor again.
Tell you what, when I watch Vanderbilt on tape, here's my impression.
But your mind has to be in a lot of places.
Good gather by Poteat, and he's putting together a big night. He'll head back to the line.
Tech answers with a and 1. That's a 5-point swing.
Tech doing the job at the line, collectively 9 for 9. How about the moves by A.J. Hoggard? Another thing that kept Virginia Tech close, great back cut. What a way to start the second half as Grant Huffman lays in his 7th point. Schutt gives it back to Rechsteiner on the fade screen. He steps back for 3. And so Brandon Rechsteiner has his second made 3 of the night. A.J. Hoggard probing. Gets the pass through a bunch of arms. Gathered and laid in by number 99, McLaughlin.
Don't you feel like that was...
And he passed him open. Hoggard saw that if I can get the ball there, he's going to be open with a chance to score. You're right. It was just like a quarterback.
This is a good battle here between Johnson and Hoggard.
Nickel, step back, mid-range. He's on the board. Tyler Nickel, the junior from Harrisonburg, VA, making his 3rd stop. Now, in his time at Duke, injuries undermined any opportunity to really get into the rotation for John Shire, trying to capture that here at Virginia Tech. How about the throwdown? Tyler Johnson doesn't want to shoot threes, but he wants to attack the rim.
Keeps ringing in my head, almost as if the spirit of Jimmy V was trying to reach out and give me a hug.
It's a nice theory.
It's
nice
a
thought.
nice theory.
It's been a quiet night so far for Jason Edwards, but as you said, Coach, he can light it up in a hurry. Now with 4 points, changed a little bit after those 2 missed free throws. Collins.
Nice slip.
Carey off the slip for 2 points. Off the shoot miss. Edwards pulls the trigger.
Watch out. It can happen in bunches. Kind of a danger zone, I think, for Virginia Tech.
Well, there's a good answer. Ben Burnham with his 2nd dunk of the night.
One on ESPN, one on the Deuce. I could see the ACC network to my left, and I had my phone on another game.
I'm going for another steal. Can't get that one. Burnham saves to find Young, who hits the 3. Well, the Hokies are certainly more athletic this year than they were a season ago. Edwards for 3. 12 points now.
There's going to be some contact.
Magnon takes a seat with those 4 personal fouls. From Matthews, North Carolina, 7-footer inside.
Another slip by Carey. Would have worked, but a poor pass. But nonetheless, Carey creates his own. Pretty impressive for a guy that size. And here's this dynamic defensive duo for Vandy on the floor at the same time again. Tanner and Huffman.
Jaden Schutt makes his 4th.
Pass surprised him.
Weschler. 2nd time we've seen him use that deft left hand. Under 10 on the shot clock. Carey hands it off. Nickel down the lane. Tough shot. And he gets it to go. His 6 points have come on 3 2-point buckets this evening.
Here they are.
Tanner on the takeaway. And that combination defensively, he and Huffman continue to cause trouble. Guessing as Mark Byington and his staff continue to figure out groupings, pairings.
Here again.
Right on cue. If you want to turn a game around, get those 2 guys on the floor together. And now they're going to let Edwards go one-on-one. Picks up the dribble and says, okay, I'll shoot from the logo. Makes it look easy sometimes. Good defense not to foul by Jaden Young. Shoot! Our 2 defensive menaces on the perimeter, Tanner and Huffman, both have 9 points. Hoggard, no, and there to clean it up is number 99.
He never takes the picture. If you want to be a good offensive rebounder, put your camera down and get in the picture.
I like that. Burnham. And so he brings this talented Vanderbilt team that should be tough to deal with in the SEC this year, although everybody in the SEC is going to be tough to deal with this year. And that will do it. Another victory for the SEC. Vanderbilt 80, Virginia Tech 64.